Hi, this is Mario Napa, and welcome back to my channel. This video is part 2 of the series on the Route 470 48 corridor from the villages in Leesburg all the way to Howey In The Hills. Windy Hills is a little south of the corridor, but it was included because of its size and the potential traffic impact it will have on this area. Stay tuned. This is the first new development heading east from the villages called Windy Oaks, and it has 120 homes. The villages on this corridor was covered in part 1, and I will put a link to that video above and in the description below. Here you can see the location of Windy Oaks and how it relates to the location of the villages on this corridor. I took off from Route 48 and 5 Quarters Road, and I'm heading along Route 48. Piece of property looks like it is almost entirely pasture. Final approval was obtained at the February 28th Leesburg City Commission meeting. Here is the plot plan, and you can see that the northwest border of this plan will be the future location of the Lake Denham Multimodal Trail that will extend from Mascot all the way to downtown Leesburg and eventually connect to the Gardenia Trail. 5 Quarters Road is to the right, heading north and south. This is a very beautiful piece of property with no water features currently, but if you remember on the map, there was quite a bit at the right along the future location of the Lake Denham Trail shown here. We're heading northeast now towards 5 Quarters Road. We're going to make a right on 5 Quarters Road and then to totally encircle the property. Yeah, there's 5 Quarters Road to the left as we head back to the launch point. So this development has 120 homes, but it is not the smallest. The smallest will be the next one, as you'll see shortly. The next property is Seasons at Spring Creek, and it is the one that is mostly complete, and it is also the smallest in terms of the number of houses of all those being covered in this video today. Here you can see where it is located as we make our way down Route 48. I'll put a link above of another video that toured the model home so you can see what it looks like inside. The red on the map shows the lots that sold. The brown ones are either not released or sold yet. These are mostly in the back in a later phase and should be the more premium lots. These homes really seem to be packed in, and this is similar to how they are building them for the majority in the villages these days to maximize land usage. You see water features here that I believe this was a former kaolin pit. It's not very deep though because it has surface vegetation. And these are the premium lots or the later phases that are not yet being developed or sold at this point. When I was videotaping this, flying from Route 48, school bus came by to drop off children, so there are already children here, and homes are certainly occupied already. The next development is Heritage at Sanders Grove. It used to be cottages of Sanders Grove at the Heritage. And I'm estimating about 165 homes based on memory. I do not have a current plot plan. The location is shown here on the north side of Route 48, directly across from Legacy of Leesburg. It was a Pringle community started in about 2006, but when the 2009 real estate market collapsed, this community was a casualty. An investor bought it and had remained dormant for over a decade, but now it is being developed by D.R. Horton, the same developer of Lake Denham Reserve. Here is the social hall, and the original plans had a pool behind it, but I'm not sure what's going to happen now. It is close to Lake Harris, as you can see, but it is not on it. The homes that are present here now were mostly, if not all, built by Pringle. As I said, I have no plot plan for the community, but I'm sure one is going to show up on the web soon as they start marketing this and selling out the remaining lots. I think the name change was due to the fact that they want to build larger homes, no longer cottages, which were around 1,400 to 1,700 square feet. They're probably going to be putting in larger homes and really filling up the lots. That's the main entrance to center left there as we start heading towards the location of the main entrance, which is directly across from Legacy of Leesburg. And I would not be surprised in the future if there is not a rotary at this location. The next development down Route 48 is Eagletail Landing, formerly known as the McElyea Project. This community has 542 homes, and the location is shown here. Just at the intersection, or just southwest of the intersection of number 2 Road and Route 48. I received the plot plan shown here from the city of Leesburg. And it shows the location of all the features. I really have no idea what is going on with all this red clay that you'll see today. And it looks like they're digging out trenches or trying to level out the land. Only time will tell. The features you see here don't really match up with what is on the plot plan. Hanover Family Builders, who started this project, was recently sold to Landsea Homes for $173 million. They got more than 4,100 lots under control, 469 homes in backlog worth more than $200 million, and 1,800 active communities, of which this is one of them. It'll be interesting to see how they interact with the surrounding neighborhoods. I hope they do a better job than Hanover Builders did. You can see the walls that are up from all of the clay that they had dug out. It's not sure what exactly they're doing, but we'll see as time goes on. I'll take some additional videos to keep track of this progress. I really believe that they've cleared all the land that they're going to clear for this. And although it's going to be built in 4 phases, and if you look at the plot plan closely, you'll see where all the 4 phases are located. This is Route 48 shown here, and to the left is Rumford Road, where there's going to be an entrance, pretty much where that white piece of road is coming in off of Rumford Road, and to the right here is number 2 Road. So there's going to be an entrance on Rumford Road, one on number 2 Road, not too far from Route 48, and one also on Route 48. This is now looking south. Number 2 Road is on the left. And this is looking towards our next community, which is a little off of Route 48, but I included it because it is so large. and it will have an impact on the traffic in this area. See number 2 road extending far to the down to the south, and it curves to the left. That's where the next community will be. The next development is Whispering Hills, which is a massive development that spans from north of number 2 road all the way to Route 27. And it contains 2,972 homes. As you can see on the map, it is a little off of Route 48, but I included it to the south. And I included it because of its size and the impact it will have on traffic on the corridor. Here you see number 2 road, and off in the distance is Route 48. Number 2 road curves to the right into Route 48. And that was where we just came from prior development. So now we're looking north, and this is southeast. So if you look at the yellow arrow here, that is where I took off from. And if you look north, that's part of Whispering Hills, and then also to the south and southwest. And mark where that body of water is in the center of the screen, that lake, because you'll see that in a moment here. Because now we start flying south. And on the right-hand side of the screen there, you'll see the lake appear. A lot of this area is pasture, all the way down to the lake area. And then you'll see when we get down to the lake area, we'll look northwest, which is towards Route 27. And that's heavily treed. This is a mix of residential, commercial, and it'll have a golf course. You can search the web for Windy Hills to find out more about it. As I was filming this, standing on number 2 road, a car pulled up behind me. A guy got out and said to me, "Do you know who owns this land?" And I said, "Yes, developers from the Middle East, and they're going to put in a development called Whispering Hills." And he said he was interested in buying land to develop as well. Guess it's never going to end. Okay, so the development extends from this point northwest 1.4 miles all the way to Route 27. So I'm sure there were a lot of cattle on this property, but now they've all must have been removed. I head back to the launch point. I did not cover by drone the area northwest of the pond, and I'll do that from Route 27 at some point once they start to develop the land. And this was all annexed by the city of Leesburg. With nearly 3,000 homes, I'm sure it's going to contribute significantly to the traffic on number 2 road and the Route 48 corridor, and also Route 27. That's number 2 road that we're going over right here. Okay, next to last. Further down Route 48, we come to Drake Point, which is the first community not in Leesburg, but McElyea. It's got 553 homes. Since McElyea is unincorporated, the planning and zoning process is done in Lake County. This community will have 553 homes, which you can see here, and where it is located on the map. This looks like a community that will be nicely laid out, shown by the plot plan. If you travel this area, you know that orange groves used to be here a few years ago. Now all the trees have been removed, as you can see. A home on the point here will certainly generate some revenue for the builder. For those of you familiar with Lake Harris, this is not far from Hickory Point. It's across the lake from Hickory Point. You can see the remnants of the orange grove here. And soon you'll see some pasture as well. This is a beautiful piece of property, and I'm sure it's going to generate nice income for the developers of this land. There's the point that you can see, the northernmost point. Northernmost point on the property, and it'll generate some premium prices, I'm sure. And in the distance, you can see the new Route 19 bridge. There does not seem to be a lot of surface water on this plot plan, which is surprising since you would think that retention ponds would be used to protect Lake Harris from property runoff. Whatever the plan is, it would have to be approved by the St. John's Water Authority, so I'm sure what they have is enough. Here's the pasture land I was talking about that will also be developed. And I'm sure every one of those trees is going to be gone pretty soon. Stay tuned till the end, where I will estimate the number of residents that will be added to the population of both Leesburg and McElyea and Howey In The Hills. But it's going to be primarily Leesburg. But all of these lands will contribute to the traffic along the 48-470 corridor. The last community is Four Seasons at Lake Harris. This community has 650 homes and is an age-restricted community in Howey In The Hills. This one is on the lake, shown here. You can see where it is located on the map. And the plot plan will be shown in 4 sections. Looks like on the most northern point, there will be a marina for this community. And I looked at the traffic impact study, and it called for a rotary to be installed at the Route 1948 intersection to help control traffic flow. Again, if you like this video, subscribe, leave comments below, and click like. If you have any additions you would like to make, some corrections, or if you've seen errors I've made, please leave comments below and I'll acknowledge them and add them to the next video. I do not believe this one is approved yet, and I got the information for it from a January meeting of the Howey Town Council. Again, these are primarily a former orange grove that will be converted into homes, much like most of Claremont. That's Route 19, and right in the center of the screen, kind of center top of the screen, that's the intersection with Route 19 and 48. That's what the traffic impact study called for a rotary to be put in, and it's Mission Inn across the street. The body of water that you see here is also located on the plot plan. So I believe that this water was used to irrigate the orange groves. Appears to be fairly deep based on the lack of surface vegetation. Okay, so stay tuned for a summary coming up. Okay, so here we are. We have all the way from the left in the villages, all the way in the right to Howey In The Hills. So using factors that the planning department uses, 1.9 residents per normal household, 1.9 for age restricted and 3.1 for a normal household. The number of residents we can expect when these are all built out is around 38,000. So bear in mind that the existing population of the city of Leesburg is only 24,000. And all of this development is occurring pretty much along the 48-470 corridor. And as of now, there are no plans to improve this corridor from the villages, from the turnpike in the villages, all the way to Route 19. Something's going to have to happen. Thanks for watching.